When Nick woke up to find the rope he'd stretched taut the night before now hanging slack, he knew his crazy theory was true. The hotel he was trapped in was shrinking day by day. He rushed into the hallway. The walls he couldn't touch with his arms outstretched last night were now well within reach. He told his colleagues in the kitchen about this terrifying discovery, warning them they'd all be crushed to death if they didn't do something. But they just looked at him like he was insane and pushed him out. The guests were waiting for breakfast. Nick had no idea how long he'd been trapped there. He only remembered that on his first day at the hotel, he had somehow become one of its cooks, spending his days endlessly cracking eggs. Strange things were always happening in this hotel. Once, while in a bathroom stall, countless hands had reached under the door to grab him, their owners asking in eerie voices if he was the liberator. He tried to escape, only to find that all the exits and stairways had vanished, replaced by solid, cold walls. He tried to quit his job, but the head chef clung to his leg, sobbing and begging him not to leave the collective. His colleagues ostracized him, convinced he was using the threat of quitting to get a promotion, and even kicked him out of their shared dormitory. With nowhere else to go, Nick returned to his original room. He discovered the hotel wasn't just shrinking, it was alive. The walls pulsed like a heartbeat, and a drumming sound echoed from the pipes. Suddenly, a small door opened in the corner, and a bizarre band emerged, playing a distorted tune. They began to follow him, sticking to him like glue. He ran for his life, finally finding refuge in the room of an elderly couple. They told him they hadn't left that floor in over 10 years, and could only offer him a small, incomplete map of their section. Nick realized then that if he wanted to get out, he was on his own. So he began his own fight for survival. He spent his days measuring and marking, slowly piecing together a map of the living labyrinth from memory and new discoveries. As the hotel continued to shrink, guests moved their chairs into the hallways, making the space increasingly cramped. One day, the dog that had been with the front desk clerk when he checked in suddenly appeared and began licking a specific spot on a wall. Could the exit be there? Before he had a chance to process it, the lights in the hallway suddenly went out, plunging everything into a dead silence. Nick knew the hotel was shrinking again, and this time, it felt like it was going to crush all its secrets and everyone inside into dust.